Hi all, welcome back to Carrow Battle Philippine Sea. Scenario 6, this is my part 48, I think. I checked there before before I hit record and now I forgot. I think it's 48, yeah. Hopefully I've got it right. If not, I'll mention something in the header. Right, just the following day from part 47. I'm just assuming I have all that right. So yeah, I just want to press on and get this done. So yeah, as I realised, although there's only 2 turns to go, it might still take a few parts to deal with. Right, so let's just press on, nothing more new to talk about. We're in actually phase 1 and we're contemplating carrying out the search segment, which I think I should do. Right, hang on, just to be sure. When this guy moves back, do we get to search? We search along that line? I'm sure we do. I think so. Butai 4 there, it moved further back, so I'm not going to get it. He's moving down the spine, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, that's right, yeah. I would get to check 5 hexes out and then 3 hexes back in. So like 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, and then in. So I would actually get to check this, and this right now. And the reason I maybe want to do this, I might want to do this is because if I draw Butai 1 shut in the next phase, this then becomes, it disappears. And then we've got an airstrike, trying to move an airstrike, and I can't move it towards Butai 1. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And I've no new searches to launch, so that's fine. Right, so I'm going to move in and do the search segment. So initiate searches, well, I'm not going to initiate any new ones. I'm going to move our air searches and then resolve them. Yeah. Let's see if I can get rid of this dog barking. Right, well, I closed the door, but I think they have stopped. Right. Right, I'll go about it in the same way as I've done it before, because we're not long came... Yeah, we just done a search segment, didn't we, in the last phase. So what I'll do is actually I'll put a wee red cube in that box now. Although we're going through this segment, just to remind me, I can't do it again this turn, obviously. Right, so I'll start down here and then we'll just work away clockwise. So this guy's going to move back. I don't think he's going to get involved. Yeah, he did pick off A, didn't he? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, he's not going to get this, is he? Just look again, try and work it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's fact. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he does actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just a radius mark. Yeah, there's nothing here. Well, I've got force D, but I can't get that. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it comes in. I'm not getting P either. Yeah, he's getting nothing. He's getting nothing. He got A, so, and then in his next sweep, he might get a shot at force L again. So that's him. And then this one coming back. Now, it will get P. Yeah, not going to get D. D's too far out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's not mess about, Grant. You're getting P and that's it. Well, hang on. Yeah, 5 out, and I think it's something like that, isn't it? So I'm getting P. So we need the chart that deals with that again. God, it's the one on the very bottom. Okay. And right, I'll check range from rather than, you don't need to see it. I'm sure you trust me when I'm telling you what the range is. So force P is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hang on, that's from the origin, isn't it? So it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's actually 7 hexes away from the closest task group, but it's 8 away from its origin, and I'm pretty sure that's what counts here. So we're going to give it the -1 here. And nothing else involved. There's no... Yeah, so there's a -1 to this. Right. So a -1 to this. Let's see. This is for force P, Papa. Roll the 5. -1's 4. That's good enough, I think, for a partial, isn't it? Yeah, so it's going to be a 4. So it is a partial, and, well, I say it's a... Well, I'm calling it a partial, is that right? That's not the right wording, is it? I think partial, I think I'm starting to think of another game. I'm going to... Approximate sighting, that's it. However, yeah, that does... we're going to draw a chit out of the cup, out of the level 1 chit cup, to see. Because if this is a false contact, it's going to go away, and that's just going to get removed. So let's see what we get. Right, well, we've got a carrier, so... right, let's pause that thought, though. Right. I need to find the search bit. 8, there we go. If the force is a level 0, draw a level 1 chat. Discard if it's a false contact. Otherwise, place the chat underneath the... If the force is a level 1 carrier, then in scenario 6 and after, you will need to adjust the commitment index. Right, hang on, I need to check, don't I? Yeah, we need to check, Grant. We need to check. Because we're over our threshold. We're not up to the limit, but we're over the threshold. So that's it here. Commitment test table. Yeah, it tells you here. It does. Again, it's even I've not been involved in the game, I start losing touch with things. I suppose that's why you shouldn't really try and set up 2 games and try and play 2 games at the same time, Grant. You've maybe not got the capabilities to do that. Maybe some might. Yeah, it tells us here, commitment test table, level 1 carrier force. Check when a new level 1 carrier force is detected and index greater than or equal to threshold. Yeah, that's where we're at, because our index, our index is greater than our threshold. So this is where we check this, right? So looking up there, it moved back 1, didn't it? Our index is actually 18. It moved back 1 because one of the upgrades we got knocked it back. So it's 18. We're playing with additional ships. Ooh, it's right down here. Yeah, because it did jump up to 19. I think we were checking here before, and then it moved up to 19. I don't think anybody ever done a check there. So we're sitting at 18. So in all honesty, it needs a 1 or 2 die roll for this. And then you can see there that it says, if we get an X result, we treat the carrier chit as a false contact and discard it. Okay, so 18, so if it's anything other than a 1 or a 2, if it's anything higher than that, then it's going away. Here we go. Oh. Okay. So that means it is going to stay in play. Right then. Well, that's fine. So Force P Papa has become a level 1 carrier. Now, when it's a level 1 carrier, does that adjust the commitment index right away? I think it must do. Although, I'll need to check the commitment here. Rules. Hang on. I think it's here we need to be. So to compute the commitment index, you compute a commitment value for each carrier force in play and sum these values together. The force values are computed as follows. See commitment values chart, card 3 back. Well, that's the chart we were looking at, isn't it? Per level 1 commitment value chart. Alright. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be, it is this chart. And I think because it's got an unknown air strength, because the level 1 commitment value chart, unknown air strength means its commitment value is going to be 4, I think. Ooh, yuck. So that is going to take us above the limit. Is that right? Let me just check further on here, because it talks about a level 4 force. Well, that's not what we've got. We've not got a 2 or a 3. We've got a level 1. Just a level 1 carrier. So the commitment value of a level 1 force is a function of its known air strength. The level 1 commitment value chart, card 3 back, shows the values. If no air strength is yet known, the commitment value for the force is taken to be 4. Okay, so that is going to be 4. Yeeks. Okay, that's going to bring new things in then, because that's going up another 4 to 22, and we have now passed the commitment limit. Right, here was me hoping to just get a quick part in here, and well, I wasn't sure I was going to get fully in anyway. I need to go and sort some food out, so maybe we can make a pause here somewhere. So, right, I think it's here actually we want to be. 13.23. At the moment the commitment index reaches or exceeds the commitment limit, immediately carry out the following procedure for each Japanese level 0 or level 1 large, medium, small force. Starting with those closest to the invasion zone. Yeah, that's where we're at, isn't it? The moment the commitment index reaches or exceeds. Right, okay. So I'm looking for each Japanese level 0 or level 1 large, medium, small. Well, there's a few zeros. Level 1 large, medium, small. There's a level 1 large. We've got a level 1 carrier, but it doesn't talk about that, does it? Okay. Starting with those closest to the invasion zone. Right, I'll just glance through this first then before we go and look in the map. So, if the force is level 0, draw a level 1 chit from the cup. If the result is any type of carrier chit, remove the force from play, as no more carrier forces are allowed. If the result is a surface chit, place it underneath the force and the force remains in play up to a maximum of 4 surface forces in play. Step 3. If the result is a large, medium or small force, immediately proceed as in step 2. If the result is force contact, the force is removed from play. Right, and then step 2 is, if the force is a level 1, large, medium or small, promote it to a level 2 force using the level 1 and level 2 intelligence table. The result is a surface force, place the chit underneath the force. If the result is a carrier force, remove it from play. And then step 3, as soon as the Japanese have a total of at least 4 surface forces on the mat, the procedure is halted and any remaining level 0 and level 1 large, medium, small forces are removed from play. Okay, that's a bit... Right, let me come across the map and then read the rules. Yeah, hang on. Because I was thinking, if we've got this already... So it says here, if the Japanese already had 4 or more surface forces in play, when the commitment level was reached or exceeded, then all existing surface forces remain in play, but the procedure of 13.23 is skipped. Why is that after that? Remove any remaining large, medium, small forces. I think that could have been... Yeah, it kind of feels like that could have been done a bit better, doesn't it? I mean, why go through all this if this is going to apply and then you can ignore that? Do you know what I mean? I know it can be hard to weigh these things out. I'm not having a dig, but it does feel like that could have been set out somewhat better. Again, I'm not quite sure how, mind you. Well, I guess this could be done. This could be before this. Basically, it's maybe worded slightly different, but basically saying if the Japanese have 4 or more surface forces, then skip what's to follow. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe we should read on with the rest of this as well then. So it can also happen that the Japanese have only a few non-carrier forces in play when the limit is reached. In that case, you still carry out 13.232 for each large, medium or small force, removing it if it turns out to be a carrier force and keeping it in play if it turns out to be a surface force, and stopping when you have 4 surface forces in play. After a commitment level has been exceeded, the following effects apply for the remainder of the game. Level 1 carrier forces already in the game remain in play and function normally. Okay, so that one that we've just brought into play is going to function normally. However, I think with this procedure, and we're not going to get any more, for the rest of the game, the air raid procedure is carried out only for forces already known to be carrier forces. No new Japanese forces arrive. So we don't bring any more forces in. Yeah, that's what that's saying, Grant. Yeah. This one here, for the rest of the game, the air raid procedure is carried out only for forces already known to be carrier forces. That kind of... I don't know. I mean, this is a level 1 carrier force that we've got in play, and it's saying they remain in play and function normally. So I would normally checking them for a raid, but this says for the rest of the game, the raid procedure is carried out only for forces already known to be carrier forces. Oh, right. Oh, it's, I think, saying, yeah, that any level 0 forces, right, I can probably jump across the map now. Like, I think it was saying, although, is this not going to be going away, though? Like, there's a level 0 force, for instance. If this activated right now, I would consider an air raid for it. But now that we've reached this, what it's suggesting there is that we're not going to check for an air raid procedure. But I've got the feeling that this is going away when I go through 13.23. However, maybe I'm not going through 13.23 because 13.231 says that if the Japanese already had 4 or more surface forces in play, I'm not sure that I do, but I might. When the commitment level limit was reached or exceeded, then all existing surface forces remain in play, but the procedure of 13.23 is skipped. Remove any remaining large, medium, small forces. Okay. Let's see if we've got 4 or more surface forces in play first, I think. I know, because I was looking up here, this is a medium surface force. This is a small surface force. This is just a large, level 1. This is a level 3. That's a butai. The butai is also level 4. That's just a level 0. These are all level 0s. Right, I'm not sure if... I think these count for this, though. I mean, is this not a surface force? This destroyer force here, force K, and likewise force L, Lima here. It's a battleship. And then also this cruiser force here, Force F, that's retiring or retired or whatever. I mean, are they not classed as surface forces? I get the feeling they are. I mean, just because it doesn't mean this one says small surface, this one says medium surface. But these did say something surface at some point, didn't they? Well, that's not technically true, was it? Because this one actually was a carrier force and then lost its carriers. But this one must have been a small, medium, or large surface force and turned into a battleship when we eventually found out what it was. So surely that means 1, 2, 3, 4. Was there not another one? Yeah, Force K there. 5. I think that's 5 surface forces that the Japanese have in play. I'm not counting this because it's a level 1. And that just says large. If the Japanese already had 4 or more surface forces in play when the commitment limit was reached or exceeded, then all existing surface forces remain in play, but the procedure of 13.23 is skipped. So don't go through that. So yeah, so what I'm not going to actually remove or check these level 0 forces. And then that's, yeah. But after the commitment level has been exceeded, so now I'm going to level 1 carriers force act as normal. But for the rest of the game, air raid procedure is carried out only for forces already known to be carrier forces. What's the point in having these still on the map then? Because these... No new Japanese forces arrive. Yeah, that's not to say that couldn't turn into anything. So right now... If that's happening, and I done a search on this, and we drew a level 1 ship, and it says no new Japanese forces arrive, but this isn't going to be a new force that's arrived. What I take that to mean is we're not going to bring in any more of them. I mean, I do think I've got 4 or more surface forces in play. So I do feel like I'm going to skip 13.23, which is going to check these level 0 forces. And why would it not want to do that? Why would it? Let me go and see if I'm going to have a wee look on BGG here, I think. Just see if there's any talk of this. I'm not feeling too comfortable about how I'm reading that, but we'll see. Right, I'll go and pause. To be honest, I might need to take a little break as well anyway, but we're only 23 minutes in there, so I will just go and pause and come back at some point to finish this off. Okay, so back in a bit. Cheers. Hi all, right, been on pause for quite some time. I did go and try and look at this situation, excuse me, regarding commitment limits and jumping over the limit. And this rule about if it had 4 or more surface forces in play, we ignored that rule. Remove any remaining large, medium, small forces. I'm going to take that as again, it's maybe one of these things I'm not feeling 100% clear about. I do feel like I'm starting to get a little lazy near the end here. Just wanting to get it done and dusted, I suppose. But that's not really fair, Grant. You should really... I did look up. There's a couple of comments on this rule about how to deal with it, but nothing that really cleared up what I had issues with. So I'm going to see it as we have got four or more surface forces in play, right? Yeah, 13.231, right? And I'm counting. There's two. Well, here's the other thing though. Are the two forces that I've got that say medium surface and small surface, are they surface forces? Surely they are. And then the other forces that I'm counting here, there's three of them. One has a destroyer force, one has a cruiser force, and one has a battleship. And I want to say they are surface forces too. So I'm going to go with that. Again, I'm not 100% clear if that's right. So that means I've got 5, right? So we've got more than 4. So we're going to skip this rule here, which deals with all the situations. So we're skipping that rule. And I did read through it all, but then I think this is what I said. Wouldn't it be better to sort of look at this and then, if this applied, skip that rather than read it all? But I don't know. Maybe it's something you'd be interested in finding out anyway. But it just feels like after the fact, you're like, oh right, I don't need to deal with that because of this. However, do I have all this right? I don't know. But the last part of this says remove any remaining large, medium, or small forces. So this is a large. So I'm guessing this is coming off and this is going to come off. And it'll go in the pool. However, I don't think the pool is going to get looked at anymore. And I want to say that's it, I think. This is a medium surface. This is a small surface. This is the destroyer force, this is the battleship, and this is the cruiser force. Now, it does leave this level 1 carrier here, and this is what started it all off, but there's nothing to say that that's an issue. And in fact, it goes on to say, so let's just see where we stand now. So we've removed any remaining large, medium, or small forces. This doesn't apply, I don't think. It can also happen that Japanese have only a few non-carrier forces in play. In that case, you still carry out. It can also happen that Japanese have only a few non-carrier forces in play. Yeah, I think you've got to go through the procedure until you get 4 surface forces in play. So I don't think that applies. So then, this is what we finish off, and this is the last part. It then moves on to Rule 14 submarines. So this is the last part. So it says, after commitment level has been exceeded, which is what we're at, the following effects apply for the remainder of the game. Level 1 carrier forces already in the game remain in play and function normally. Well, we've got one of them. Okay, so that functions normally. 2. For the rest of the game, the air raid procedure is carried out only for forces already known to be carrier forces. So that tells me that the level 0 forces do not get checked. In fact, I'm not so sure I know the reason why that. Well, I suppose it could still turn out to be. Well, no, because it says no, and then number 3 says no new Japanese forces arrive. So what I mean by that is, or should I say what I'm struggling with that is, right, this is still on the map, this just level 0 Force G, and there's a few of them. We've got Force C up there, whatever. So this is a level 0. So for the rest of the game, the air raid procedure is carried out only for forces already known to be carrier forces. So I don't check for that for an air raid. I think I checked for that. It's a level 1 carrier force. So again, the wording of all some of this has threw me throughout the game a little bit. I think some of that could be better, but anyway. So I'm not going to check for that. But however, the last part is, it says no new Japanese forces arrive. So my initial thought was that it means that when we get to step, what is it? The place new Japanese forces 7.1, isn't it? In fact, let me see. Is it reference anything in there? 7.1. So just look here off camera. 7.1. In the arrival phase, each game turn, 1/3 of Japanese forces not currently played rounded down will arrive on the map. Exception: if only 1 or 2 Japanese force markers are not in use, one of them arrives. Right, so there's nothing there that says if you've reached the commitment level, if you've exceeded the commitment limit. At least, no, nothing I can say there. See there. So that makes me wonder if that part is, that's not what it's meaning. No new Japanese forces arrive. Well, it surely does mean this, but it might also mean that this cannot turn into anything. You know, I can't draw a level 1 chip for that, and then I think to myself, well, why are these still on the map? What purpose do they have? Shouldn't they be removed? Well, shouldn't they be dealt with in 13.23? But because of what we've got, it says we have to skip by that step. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm coming at the end of the game, and I know I've said that maybe I'm getting lazy and not looking into these things. I don't think these things are going to matter very much, but I suppose you kind of do need to know how it works. But I suppose by playing through this and recording this and releasing it to the public, and I suppose the problem with my videos is I think it's going to be rare for a designer of the game to watch through my video footage. It's only used diehard fans, well, or whatever. I mean, they're folk that are seriously interested in the game, like I've said, if I was deeply interested in a game, this is how I would want to watch a video. I would want to watch it in detail and, go through it very slowly, carefully, try and get all the rules right. Okay, it's usually impossible to get every rule spot on, but, and as for the designer to watch through this and make calls, so this is maybe, don't get me wrong, designers, like I said, he will answer the questions on BGG, so if I was to post this, and maybe I should, and like I say, this is where I maybe feel like I'm getting a bit lazy. I kind of just want to get this done though. I kind of want to get it finished, and because this is only with the first search plane, no, the second search plane coming back, isn't it? And it's checking this. It was only getting to check this, and it's causing all this trouble. So I'm not sure where no new Japanese forces arrived to me. I don't know. I'm not sure if this means that I could still consider this. I mean, why is it here? Why not just remove it? I keep move it with the movement, whatever the movement is for that turn. I could move it. I can't check it for an air raid because it said that. But is this not a Japanese force that's already arrived? So if I do search this and we upgrade it to a level 1 carrier, but I don't know. I'm not sure. That's a question you need to ask there, Grant, I suppose. Yeah, that's what you need to ask. Yeah. Anyway, I'll move on for now, and these things are left in the video for. I don't think it's going to have a big issue on things. Anyway, okay. So this was this search plane that's done its thing. It's moved. Yeah. So let's find the next one. Well, in actual fact, the next one is going to be, well, this guy's going to land in Task Force 58. Well, that is 58.3 and 4. So he's going to land. Are we getting any other ones that are landing? I think we might be. Hang on. Right, I've took him off the map. But yeah, we're getting these 2 other aircraft. They're going to land as well. So bear that in mind. Well, in actual fact, let's just land them. Sorry. Let's just get them out of the way because they're not checking anything. So there was 2 in that flight. So I've got through 3 SP2Cs to land in these carriers here. Right, hang on. Right, clearly these must have landed. Right, well, I can't land in here. Well, that's not true. I can land one here. So I've landed this turn here, so I can't take off from there. Yeah, Grant, that doesn't... no, it doesn't matter, because I've nothing ready to take off. So, and then the other 2... in fact, I'm just going to put them in there. That's fine. So they landed. Right, okay. So coming around now, I've got this guy here coming back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, he's in there. And he came from the max radius marker 2. Actually, the flights that just landed, what's max radius? One was max radius 8, wasn't it? Yeah. So I can take that off the board and remove it off of here. There we go. And there was another one that landed too, wasn't it? It came from 7. Yeah, 7. So 7 and 8 have come off. So take these origin markers away, and 7 was up there. That was the doubler that we had. Right, so okay, so this search here looks like we get, I want to say we get N, Butai 3. You know what, there's no point checking Butai 3 because he's spotted. N, well, there is a point checking that because it could upgrade. We could get a +1 shit, and there's a point in checking that. So am I right in saying we've got all them though? This is coming down the spine, isn't it? Yeah, we do. Do you get Force K as well though, Grant, where you are? Yeah. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting Force N. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Yeah. This is what you're talking about. No new Japanese force arrives. Man, it makes a point in saying level 1 carrier forces already in the game remain in play and function normally, which tends to suggest that I can't really bring a new level 1 carrier into play. So if I draw a chin, it's a level 1 carrier. I want to say that, am I missing a step here that says once we reach the limit or something? No new Japanese forces arrive. If it said that, surely we should be removing these. What am I missing here? This is kind of bugging me. So I think I'm going to try and ask some kind of question because this feels kind of off. It looks like it's going to be an awkward kind of question to ask. It's a bit late at night as well because I came back here to try and finish this. But Right, what I'll do is... Well, best thing to do is just pause for now, Grant, and I might just be cutting this as a part, so... Yeah, well, I'm going to put a red cube on that. So this is moved from there to there, and we want to know basically what I'll do is I'll put another red cube on force N there. We're at the commitment limit. Sorry, limit is it? Yeah, we're past the limit. So what happens to the level 0 forces out there? It's not quite mean if you're going through 13.23. Now hang on, did we not have some around? We did, didn't we? No, it's nothing in 13. If we're going through this procedure, we'll see that if the force is a level 0, draw a level 1 chit. If the result is any type of carrier chit, remove the force from play. If the result is a surface chit, place it underneath the force. The force remains in play up to a maximum of 4 surface forces. And then it talks about step 3, but of course we've got 4 forces, we're not really looking at this. And then if the result is false contact, remove it from play. So I don't understand why these can still be in play. I'm maybe just missing something here. Why these level 0 forces can still be in play. I'm not quite... I feel like there's nothing telling me that they should be removed. Because I'm skipping 13.23. Right, well, let me go and pause, and maybe I'll just come back and finish this video off. But I'll just pause just now, and we'll see what's what. Okay, back in a bit. Cheers. Hi all. Right, I know I've been on pause there again for a good bit. Went and popped the question out there, try to work this one out. I know it's not maybe a huge big deal, but still would like to find out this. I think there's quite a few questions I've got before starting another game of this, which I suppose I should have been asking en route. I know I've got, like I keep saying, I think I've got a little lazy as it's went on, because I've felt like it's dragging on a bit. I played a whole other game, D-Day at Tarawa, and okay, maybe most of my attention went across to that while I was getting into that, and this got left alone a little, but I'm pretty sure I'd be up for another game of this. It's a great game. I've enjoyed that. So yeah, a few of these things to iron out. Like I said, I did pop the question out there. Got a reply from Paolo, who I think has just started learning the game himself. I've noticed he's posted a few questions recently. Some quite interesting questions. So not that I've attempted to answer any of them. I tend to stay clear of that because I've made mistakes in the past. I'm maybe not the best one to ask questions. I need to get the rule book out, have a look, and then study my thinking of it and whatever. I'm not one of these guys that can just sort of answer a question like that at the top of your head. Anyway, he came back and said that his belief was that you would not apply the new forces in 7.1. But that was part of my question was, in 7.1, does that mean that you don't apply that? Which I kind of thought was the thing. I thought that was for sure, that you wouldn't apply a third of these, bring them on. But also the other part of my question was, like, what happens to this? If I go... Well, actually, hang on, Grant. Is the answer not given to you in step 2 of that? It says, for the rest of the game, the air raid procedure is carried out only for forces already known to be carrier forces. Well, okay, I think that does answer the question in a way, because that means that can't upgrade. Because when we go and check this, if I draw force G out of the cup, right, and I go and check it for an air raid, it's telling me there that I cannot check the air raid procedure for it because this is not known to be a carrier force. So if I can't do that, then no, that's not true as well, Grant. Because if I go and search this, if I go and send the search point down to this, there's nothing to say that this can't turn into something. This could be a level 1 carrier. I could search it and find that. Or I could find another surface force. So I suppose that's more my question, really. I didn't think that these were going to come back. I felt like that was clear. But the other bit of it was, this turning into a level 1 force, to me, is adding a new force. Although, it's technically not, is it, Grant? Because this force is already here. If that becomes if it upgrades to a level 1, it's not a new force, Grant. So maybe that is okay. No new Japanese forces arrive. Well, this has already arrived. Why can't this upgrade? Maybe that's fine. Yeah. The thing is, we can't check it for upgrade. We can't check it for launching an air raid. I suppose it just feels a bit bizarre. We've reached the commitment limit. So shouldn't these just come off the board, maybe? But maybe not. Maybe this could still be something. Again, though, we've reached the limit. And this doesn't count for anything in the commitment limit. In our commitment index, I don't think. Anyway, so, yeah, well, the question's still out there. Like I say, Paolo had a shot at a reply back saying just what I've said there. I think I felt the same about the fact that these won't come back. But I suppose it was the other part. So like, what happens to these? What is the point in them? They can't launch an air raid. Don't know. It could be that this can turn into a level 1 carrier, and then it can upgrade to a level 2 carrier, then it can upgrade to a level 3 carrier and turn into carriers. But that seems like it probably is not how it should go. But I don't know. Okay, well, I've dragged that out to 47 minutes, so I do have to call it a night anyway. And so I'll leave my question out there, and I'll come back tomorrow and about what maybe Mr. Southard will voice his opinion on it, what I'm trying to ask here, and we can straighten that out and carry on with this. If not, I'll just bash on. I think it's not. I don't think it's a huge. Well, like I think I've already said that it's maybe not a huge issue to this game. But if you want to play the game, if I want to play the game again, I want to know. Not just again. I want to know what the rule is. Right. Yeah. I think I've gone on enough. Right. I'll get away for now. I'll be back maybe tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow, because I'll be looking out to find this answer out, and then we can come back and report on and see what's been said. Okay, so I'll be back tomorrow. Cheers.